Yeah. Oh, she swore you were going to go. But we're in that, like the same thing. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, no. You know what I mean? Which the girl can't understand it. It's the same. Unless it's like a good buy that I have to like from my father. I think I'm saying I just sound good at my end. I was just telling you, it sounds great. Okay, problem. I had a number of child have a monitor with what we go to all of us. This one what the access, and then I'm going to do it this research. You guys can be on this some nigga wiggle on there. You can knock them off. Because just a bit to have a monitor, just in case. But what's up? Hey, Shalom Makiyam. First and foremost, we're going to turn to the east and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. A double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where we learned this 144% truth. Peace and salutations to the whole four elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom. Shalom. Hey, Shalom, beloved Aki Aminakwath. We back again through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of our power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Amen. And beautiful times to be alive, bro. Dangerous, but yet beautiful at the same time, man. All right, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, as far as the hope for elect is concerned, he's positioned us in a way where we have no strength in our hands. You know, we're likened unto worms, right? Pursuing the Isaiah. What's the Isaiah 44 or Isaiah 40? We're likened unto worms, man. You know, so the Lord stripped us of all the carnal power, all the carnal strength, and he's forced us to rely on faith, which cancels out the undesirables. We're forced to rely on faith, man. All right, so and then we understand, pursuant to Hebrews 11, faith is the only way to please the Lord, bro. That's the spirit, you know, and ultimately, you know, the way things are going right about now. All right, we clearly see, hey, the men of the Lord, bro. Hey, we're on the edge, man, because we understand that this thing is happening. It's happening. It's manifesting right before our eyes, bro. It's going down, bro. All right, this whole ceasefire, all right, that supposedly America and Iran had, all right, and Israel. Guess what? That's already null and void. I'm not sure if you brothers know that already, but them small hats were bombing. They bombed Tehran and a few other locations in Iran. They're saying they don't know if it's Israel or Babylon, but they know it's definitely one of the two. Right. You know, they broke that treaty, bro, just like they did last year around April. I'm sorry, around June of last year. Right. They broke the treaty. Right. You know, so this is the Lord's movie, man. God. There's not gonna be no peace to you wicked. Right. All right. There's only misery coming. War is not gonna go under the rug, man. No, it's going down, man. You got something, brother? No, I was just gonna say, you know, when the Lord said in Jeremiah 49:20, you know, that the least of the flocks will draw them out. That's it. The Lord meant it, man. Right. You know, that's why that ceasefire is not gonna be validated, you know, with action. Right. You know, it's gonna be just words, just talk. Right. But what's gonna be validated through actions is the prophecies and the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. Con, what do you want? The Isaiah 4, Jeremiah 49:20. Can we start with that? That'll be beautiful, brother. Con, let's start there. That's the spirit. Con. Look at that is the spirit, man. Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord. Oh, and who's the counsel of the Lord? The counsel of the Lord consists of the servants, the prophets, right? With prophecy, all right, being the end all be all right, the authority of what's going to take place on the planet Earth. That's right. Right. You got it, brother. That he has taken against Edom. Right, Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. Right. And his purposes that he has purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Right, the Germans. Right. The Edomites, you got it, brother. Surely
the least of the flock shall draw them out.
Right.
Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
Right. So the least of the flock, all right, which is Amalek. All right, those small hats. Right. I gotta draw out Babylon the Great. Now we gotta remember, Amalek was born from he's of a concubine. All right. Birth. Okay. But here it is. He's heaped up the brunt, right, of the Edomite blessing. Right? Here it is. He was born of a concubine, bro. He's the last out of the options, bro. To have possession of the inheritance rights, man. But here it is, he's got them, right? Because ultimately, again, Amalek, the Lord had sworn that he have war with Amalek
Generation
showing you what ain't like you were saying, war ain't going nowhere, bro.
Right.
The Lord has sworn that he'll have war with you from generation to generation, bro. Okay, you ain't going nowhere, bro.
Right.
The Lord's got you in his scopeo.
Right.
All right, and only evil, bro. The scriptures go into how can you hold if you got it, brother. Can you get Babaka Shah, brother? Habakkuk the first one, bro? It is the Lord. Stop from the top. You got it, brother.
Zechariah chapter 9 verse 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
Ooh, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, bro. All right, and that bastard it's talking to are those small hats, right? Those Israelis, right? And Ashdod is a port city off of the coast of Philistia. When you look it up on the biblical map, it's a port city. It's a very productive, for lack of better words, money making spot.
It's like,
it's a port. It's a port.
Yeah.
It's an import export. It's a port city.
Yeah, it's like it's like what Miami was in the 80s, where it was like always important stuff. You know what I mean? They called it the Miami port.
There you go. Right. There you go. There you go. And guess who's there right now? Guess who's in that territory? The small hats. Right. And part of the Israel what is it? The Israel help me out, brothers. The campaign that they got going, the Israeli project, the Israel project, where they plan to the Israeli.
That's what it's called.
Where they're pushing a synthetic a tabernacle of David.
Yeah.
Right, the Israeli project.
Yeah.
Right, they're trying to take over that whole region as prescribed in Genesis, the 15th chapter.
Right,
they're trying to dress up the promise that the Lord made with Abraham and his seed after him, bro.
Right. And that's all they're doing is trying to further. All they're doing is trying to further their deception.
Right.
They know that now the media and their lies is not working, so now they gotta go biblical. They're trying to go biblical.
Trying to mimic.
They're trying to go biblical now.
Right.
Yeah, which you are. It's always been biblical.
Right.
Everything's according to prophecy, even your deception.
Right. He's playing in the hands of the Lord without even realizing it.
Right.
And, there's an article I brought out this morning going into how this nigga's sending up fucking satellite, glass satellites. So he's sending up glass satellites. Their goal is to send up 50,000 glass satellites. I put it on the comment for Aki. You know what I'm saying? You gotta peep that car. You gotta watch that. Their plan is to put up 50,000 glass satellites, right? In efforts to have it light in the night. This nigga's trying to have it light in the night.
Right.
Literally, not just like a light bulb. You flick a light bulb on. No, this nigga's setting up glass satellites so he can conjure up the sunlight that's on the other side of the earth.
Right.
And have it beam down in the area that's supposed to be nighttime. This is what this nigga's doing. He wants to do it.
That's that devil, man.
Yeah,
that's that devil, man. This devil, as you know, Esau can never let nature be. He could never let nighttime. Right, the light just came on. That's crazy. That's crazy. It was just grayish right now. Now all of a sudden it is.
And we're talking about this talking point. That's
validating the point through the spirit. That's and that's through their technology as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So this devil can never let nature be.
Right.
He always wants to defy it, showing you that that's the counterpart of Satan, man. That's that devil on the earth, man.
That devil on the earth, bro. Okay, here it is. That's gonna affect everything from the ecosystem to there's animals that are nocturnal.
Right.
You're gonna destabilize the whole situation. But guess what?
The owl hunts at night.
Right, one of many animals.
Yeah, man.
And now on top of that, he's gonna even knock off our equilibrium.
Mm.
Because we're supposed to be sleeping at night. We're not nocturnal creatures.
Mm.
But needless to say, on top of that, when you go into Isaiah 45, what did the Lord say? I created the light.
Right.
I formed the light. He formed it, but the Lord said, like, no, he's trying. But guess what? When you go back to Jeremiah 31 and 25 or 35, this nigga's trying to break one of the ordinances of the Lord.
Right.
So
right.
we can be done away with. It all goes back to the birthright.
Right.
Everything he's doing.
That's why the Lord said, "What has that to do with my covenant?"
That's right.
You know, because look at what you do. You casted His word behind you, and it's proven who you are.
Right.
The wicked.
Right.
Is the evidence? It shows who you are, man. Like the Lord said, they shall be the border of wickedness.
That's it.
Called the border of wickedness. Here it is. The Lord saying, "What has the wicked to do with my covenant?"
That's it.
You know, and here you are proving His words.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So the whole peace scenario y'all niggas are trying to dress up, it's not gonna happen.
Right.
The Lord has proclaimed evil unto you, man.
Right.
But like, cool. We can just grab that through the spirit.
And I want to say, as you said, you know, him trying to bring peace is just him playing that part of what the Lord warned, right?
Right.
Never trust thy enemy.
That's it.
You know. And what's the other one? Their words are smoother than butter, but war is in their heart.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
See, so these. Hey, at the end of the day, Iran is not stupid. Fool me once, right?
Shame on me.
Shame on me. Fool me twice.
I'll never be a fool.
Right.
There.
You know what I mean? So what they do? A peace treaty. How they answer that peace treaty with bombs?
Yep.
They went and bombed them, man.
That's it.
You know.
That's right.
Iran's like, fuck that.
And guess what? The Gulf of Hormuz is closed again.
Right. Yeah.
Got him a lot.
Tom, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1 and verse 1. The burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see.
Yep.
Oh Lord, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear?
Right.
Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that rise up strife and contention. Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment does never go forth.
Right, because evil is ruling.
Mm-hmm.
The whole violence, everything that the Habakkuk's complaining about, is because the evil evil is at the forefront, right, of all those conditions, man. And we're suffering from those conditions now. Right, here it is. Unrighteous decrees are established within evil empire. Right. You know, he upholds diabolical behavior and sexual immorality.
Evil is good and good is evil.
He flipped everything upside down. But there's a penalty for that.
God.
You got it, bro.
It says, for the wicked does compass about the righteous.
Yep.
Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth.
Right, wrong judgment proceedeth, bro. Because ultimately, can you get that the Baruch Shah, brother, the Good News Bible? That's got hits in the Good News Bible. But Baruch Shah. And there's also another one I want, Chicago. There was another one going into the time is evil. Which one is that? He's proclaiming it to the wicked. Oh my goodness. Oh, what is it? That was Ezekiel 7. Not Ezekiel 7. It's at the top. I thought it was Habakkuk 1 at the top. But you know what? It's not. But that's still good. We're still gonna pull that. It's at the tip of my mind. Oh man, Lord willing, they'll come to me, brother. You got it, bro.
Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 1 in the GMB, Good News Bible.
You can actually jump down to verse 3.
Okay. Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 3 in the Good News Bible. Why do you make me see such trouble? How can you endure to look on such wrongdoing? Destruction and violence are all around me, and there is fighting and quarreling everywhere. The law is weak and useless, and justice is never done. Evil people get the better of the righteous, and so justice is perverted. You want to make it go?
That's it. Now you got it, brother. I want to push you. Bear with me, Akiam. Hold on for 1 second.
We go right there.
What else does it say
there? It says, the Lord replies. This is the Lord.
Now that was it. That was right. Now you can go into that real quick for the story. You can go into that real quick. You can go into that real quick.
Oh, you want me to speak on it?
What's that?
God, hey, so you know,
We need to read it again.
God, no, as it says, you know, in Psalms chapter 73, they're not in trouble as others.
Right.
No, because this is their kingdom. Remember, the Lord has raised them up to destroy them.
Right.
So this is a necessary evil that we see going on. Plus, on the flip side, this was also our punishment.
Yeah,
But we wasn't put here to have a good time. You know what I mean? But the good news to the elect is that the Lord is coming back to destroy, you know, these people before your face, you know, in order to raise you up again.
Right.
You know?
Shakar, you got it, brother.
It's Proverbs chapter 29, verse 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases.
That's it.
But,
Right. Go ahead.
but the righteous shall see their fall.
Right. When the wicked are multiplied, the what?
Transgression increases.
Right.
Right.
Because that's what they push. All this, man, Esau, you Edomites, the Edomites are the worst thing that the Lord has created on this planet Earth.
Right.
The so-called white man, woman, and child.
Right.
They're the most diabolical, treacherous, despicable creations, man.
That's why the Lord said, I created the wicked for the day of evil. Man.
Right. Yeah, I believe that's Proverbs
God, I
24.
created the wicked for, but as it said right there,
They're evil.
read that one more time.
Proverbs 29 and 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases.
You see that transgression increases, right? And what is the wages of sin? It's death, man. And that's why the Lord said that if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, man.
That's it, brother.
You know what I mean? So yeah, wickedness has increased, you know, because of transgression has increased because of the wicked, but the wicked are being multiplied, right? For that sword, man. You know? So it's like I always say, man, the Lord is very poetic, man. You know?
And these are not just poems either. These are threats and literal promises that are gonna come to pass if they haven't already.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But yeah, the Lord's very poetic, in his bringing forth his judgment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And Yahweh Shah cursed Esau. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked. Well, they're cursed. They were born cursed.
Right.
It's the serpent. And Amalek is the chief house of Esau. So he's the wickedest of the wicked.
Well, you gotta think about it. Well, in the Lord's movie, he gotta make a villain, you know? Right. That's why he said, you know, for Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
That's it.
And that was before doing any good or evil, you know?
Right.
That was before birth. So that cancels out.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, forgive me, I found it.
And that cancels out what you Christians say, oh, he hated sin. He hates sin, or he hated for what he did. Right. No. You niggas is always talking about read shit in context. Only when it benefits you.
Right.
You know?
Can you get Mike and
No, that was my point. You know, whenever it benefits them, they read shit in context. Supposedly. Right, yeah. Because they don't read shit in context.
Right.
Micah 2 and 10, you say?
2 and 1.
Oh, 2 and 1.
We'll be down to 3.
God, this is the book of Micah.
Can you get Daniel, the 7th chapter? And start at 8, and then we'll jump down to 25. You got it, brother.
There's the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Yep.
Woe to them that devise iniquity,
right,
and work evil upon their beds.
Right, evil eat. Iniquity going into what? Evil, bro. Yeah, sin on top of sin, but what's sin? Transgression of the law, which is what? Evil. When you go into that word iniquity, it's gonna tell you that it goes into evil, wickedness.
And you guys never kept one law.
Forgive me, brother. I just want to make another. I didn't want to lose my stuff.
Right, brother.
Iniquity going into the literal characteristic of Esau. The iniquity. This is him.
Yeah.
See, when you read Proverbs 4, brothers, it tells you what? They don't sleep. They lose sleep.
Right.
Unless they cause something to fall.
Right, that's right.
They drink. Can you get that for me?
Right.
But buckle shop, brother. You got it, brother. Get that. You got it, brother.
And just like you were saying, the man of sin, that's why in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, he's being revealed. Revealing the man of sin, which is Esau Edom.
Evil eat.
And he never kept one law.
Not one.
Going back to what I said, what has that to do with my covenant?
Right.
Look what happened with Cain.
Yep.
Sacrificed the wrong things from the beginning.
Yep.
You know, look at what happened with Evil E. They gave him an order to not marry a Canaanite, and that's the first thing he went and did.
Right.
You know?
That's it.
This man is just an adversary, showing you
100%.
that he's not the children of light. You know?
Yup.
The scripture says that the Israelites are going to be a light unto the Gentiles. This man has been nothing but darkness.
Right.
To the whole world.
Right.
You know?
That's it. That's it. Hey, scriptures go into how, well, Isaiah in the second chapter.
Yeah.
The whole world's supposed to go to Israel, right? Jerusalem to learn righteousness.
Right.
What righteousness has been learned on this side of Esau's rulership? Let me see something real quick. Let's salute the beloved brothers. Hey, Shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwath on the comment board. Hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Barak Atham, brother Iziala Idaho. We're gonna grab this precept, couple precepts for him. Yapa. I'm sorry, forgive me, Akia. Yapa Hayash, Yashalaya, Salakia. That's a lot. Forgive me, mother. Forgive me. Let me see. Bear with me, Akiyam. There was a couple of other brothers. Hey, Maya Ka'ala, 144. Hey, Shalom. Salaki Akiyam. I'm gonna grab a precept from the real quick. And then we'll jump right back into it. Let me see. Iziala, Idaho. Brother, always putting up the fire. Let me see something real quick. Let me see here. That's fire right there, brother. You know what? We're gonna have to go there. Babak Rashad, can you brothers go to Ezekiel 28?
No, I'm holding something, let him grab it.
Brother, you're holding Proverbs 14, right? Oh, you got that?
Yeah, I got my.
Babak Rashad, can you get that? We'll get this. It's easier for me if we get it, because he put it all the way up to verse 7, which is where we want to go. Khan. We'll just read through it real quick in the spirit. Hey, the water.
And I just wanted to say, a key point when you were talking about Isaiah chapter 2 is what it say, that they're not going to learn war anymore.
That's it.
But we're in the middle of a war right now.
Right.
How the hell could they be the people, man?
That's it.
But you still got all these so-called Christians talking about pray for Israel.
Right. Actually, can you also hold Wisdom of Solomon in the second chapter?
Wisdom of Solomon in the second chapter.
And you got Proverbs 4, you got Daniel 7, and grab that right there real quick. But first, whatever I just said before that. What was it? Ezekiel 28 from the brother. Stop from up top, and then we'll go to Proverbs 4. And then we'll go back to what he had. We're jumping out of there for a second. You got it, brother.
Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 1. The word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, what said the Lord Yahweh.
Right. And Esau is likened unto the prince of Tyrus right now. Now you got this nigga, these niggas from what's that? Genesis Bible. What do they call themselves? They call themselves the Genesis. What is it? Fuck, I forgot they changed their name. Not that it's that important, but needless to say, Demon Hakad and Demon Hassad, I call them. They changed their names to pretty much I can't remember the name of their crew, but that's cool because that's the spirit. Because niggas, they paying no attention to you niggas, man. You know? But needless to say, them niggas are talking about what's going on for utilizing the scripture to liken this unto Esau. But here it is. If you look at it through the spirit, as you're gonna keep reading, go ahead, keep reading. You're gonna see it's Esau as well. He fits this bill. You got it, brother. But we know it's talking about the Prince of Tyrus, stupid ass niggas. You got it, bro.
Verse 2. Son of man, say unto the Prince of Tyrus, thus said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God.
Obadiah, didn't Esau fit that bill? His heart's lifted up. His pride has deceived him. Right? He thinks he's a God. Isaiah 14. Lucifer.
Back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3.
It's there. Yeah. It's there too. Yeah. Look at that's more than 3 witnesses on this dude. Likening him unto the Prince of Tyrus. Go ahead, bro. Watch this. Let me get deeper.
I stand in the seed of God in the midst of the seas.
In the midst of the seas, which is the midst of the people. When you read Revelation 17 and verse 18, doesn't the whore sit in the midst of the seas and rule over the kings of the earth? You see, which we know that's Babylon the Great, controlling the beast system and ruling every other nation, being the hammer of the earth. You see how it fits?
Sits on many waters.
Right. You got to know how to extrapolate, like the beloved Apostle Tahar says. You got to know how to extrapolate. But to be able to do that, matter of fact, brother, can you get the definition of extrapolate? Forgive me, Ake, because this is heavy. You got to know how to extrapolate. Because when you extrapolate, you got to have the spirit to be able to do it, though. or you will be looking at the situation as if it's wayward. Like here it is, you got Vocab Malone, right? He was just on this podcast or whatever you want to call it, with two niggas, right? Talking about, and you had one of these niggas talking about, oh, when they deliver, when the Hebrew Israelites deliver, they're aggressive, they come with authority, and then they're going through the Bible and answering all your questions through the Bible. You stupid nigga, isn't that what we're supposed to do? Doesn't Isaiah 8 and 20 tell us if to the law and to the testimony, right? To the law and to the testimony, how's it go? You brothers know, right? If they speak not according to this word, the light's not in them, man. So guess what? And Isaiah 58, right? When you, as far as cry aloud, spare not. Lift up that voice like a trumpet. These niggas are stupid. They don't understand the reality of what the Lord that was dope. They don't understand the reality of what the Lord commands, man. They don't know how to serve the Lord. But anyway, I believe so. You got it, brother.
Says to project, extend.
Extrapolate, right? Go ahead.
To project, extend, or expand into an area not known or experienced.
You see?
So as to arrive at a usually conjectural knowledge of the unknown area.
Right. So guess what? For instance, we know that Genesis is abridged. Reading what? You got to learn how to read between the lines when it comes to Genesis. On top of that, you have for instance in Genesis with Adam and Eve. It says Adam, the Lord took Eve from Adam's rib, or what have you. That's not literal. See what I'm saying? When you extrapolate, when you go through the precepts,
right,
what you're gonna find out is that means close to kin. Eve was a close to kin to Adam.
Right.
Is what that's talking to.
Right.
You see? But that's another lesson for another time. But going back to the point, what you got?
And like the scripture say, Ecclesiastes 1:9, there's no new thing under the sun.
Right.
And there's even a count.
Going back to this Tyrus talking point. Right, you got it.
And even in Micah the 5th chapter, it mentions the land of Nimrod. Well, how many years ago did Nimrod fall?
Right.
And so that Yahweh the Lord uses ancient kingdoms, pretty much builds them up the same way, like when spiritual Egypt,
right,
the daughter of Babylon, it takes it down the same with Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right. And then Babel goes into what? Confusion by mixture.
Right.
So through the spirit, this place is spiritual Tyree anyway.
And I just wanted to say, right, as you were saying, like, in order to what's that word? Extrapolate, and make and discern righteously between, the context and all that.
Right, spiritual discernment.
It's like you said with Eve, in order to understand what's going on, you have to dig deep to get to the root of what you're searching, and that's one thing that Christians and other people don't do. They just read things and that's it.
Right.
It's whatever's in front of them, that's what they accept.
Right. Because in order to dig deep, you got to have one thing.
The spirit, man.
You got to have that spirit.
That's right.
Without the spirit, you ain't going to be able to dig that deep.
Right.
You're going to be, you know what I mean? You're going to get stuck at the surface.
The surface, exactly, surface level.
Right.
That's it, man. You're going to hit a rock with that.
You're surface searching.
You know when you're digging with a shovel and it hits that rock, and you can't get it out, you're like, oh, we can't go. We got to dig around this.
Dig around it. Yeah. Let's go back to the precepts. But Bakwashah, go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 3.
Yep.
Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Right. Wiser than Esau, evil E. This nigga through his technology, his quantum computers, right? His ability to actually go into a lab, this nigga can split an atom. You know how small an atom is, bro? This nigga has technology that can split an atom and then not only split it, but smash it back together. This is how this nigga was able to figure out how to create cataclysmic events in the form of these nuclear bombs, bro. You see? That's how he was able to do it. And it took strenuous testing and being exposed to nuclear radiation. Many scientists died to figure out how to get this done efficiently.
My man
You see?
My man looking crazy in the lab with the long coat.
Right, turning green on you and shit.
Right,
he's over here, you know what I'm saying? He's hell bent
Yeah,
on being able to create. But the Lord put that spirit on it.
He does a diligent search.
Yeah, bro. Ooh, there it goes. Keep going.
The wisdom of teaming.
Yeah, and because we know them, a lot of those physicists were the Germans, bro. Yeah. Hey, Abraham, Esau. Let's name them up. Abraham, Esau. Right. Look them up. Akia and Aqua. Abraham, Esau. The Lord is calculated
And that's why
in
they
what he does, bro. Look up Abraham, Esau.
right.
All right, and you're gonna see he got a scar on his cheek, and this nigga looks like he's ready to blow something up.
Yeah, he got that blank look at his
Yeah,
face.
bro.
Hey, and that's another thing. There's a lot of documentaries with bullshit out there that say that, the Germans, Hitler and all them were in contact with aliens because of the technology that they possessed at the time.
Right, and Hitler was a smart hat.
They were ahead of their time.
Right. Hitler was a smart hat, though. Just for edification. Hitler was a smart hat, believe it or not. He was a smart hat. Believe it or not. Look it up. Anyways, yeah, man. Keep going.
Verse 5, verse 4, slucky.
Yep.
Verse 4. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, there was God in thee riches.
Now, if we go back again.
Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Right, and we know Daniel, when you go into the book of Daniel, which we're going to go into the book of Daniel, that's the spirit. The Lord had exposed to Daniel Nebuchadnezzar's dream of the statue. And he was the only one out of all of Nebuchadnezzar's wise men, right, that could figure it out. Because of Daniel, none of them got put to death. Remember that? Right. None of them got put to death because Daniel, the Lord, and then when you go into Daniel, the second chapter, around verse, I believe it's like around verse 21, that's when Daniel was, praising the Lord. You know what I mean? He was like, blesses the Lord, of Israel, this and that. And he went in. It was beautiful, bro, because he was so happy. He understood that granted him, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego salvation in the rest of them. Right. Because Nebuchadnezzar was hell bent. Right. He was like, I'm killing everybody. Right. But he went to sleep and he showed him, the Lord showed him like this is what was going on. So here's the interpretation. Right. That's heavy, bro. Yeah, I'm just bringing that up to Daniel. That's why Daniel's being talked to here. Yeah. Daniel was being dealt with. Right.
Just like Joseph in Egypt.
Yes, sir. Keep going, Akia. Let's get through that so we can get back on course. But Bakusha, because I wanted to get it from the beloved brother and the water Akia for this precept. Go ahead, bro.
Well, verse 4, with thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures.
Right. And Esau's always, hey, when you go into Antiochus Epiphanes, this nigga ransack Egypt, bro. All right. When you go into Daniel 11, the bottom half of Daniel 11, this nigga ransack Egypt, bro, for all their silver and gold and resources, bro. He ran them dry. Esau's in that spit. This is Esau for you. You see, and this nigga uses cunning, deception, and witchcraft to get you. He's real smooth with it, man. Evil eat. But guess what? That leverage he once had is wearing out.
Right.
It's wearing dry because he's out of here. Go ahead, bro. Yep.
By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
Right. Hey, same to you.
Jesus loves you.
That's yeah, you too. Hey, read that again, brother. Matter of fact, just keep going so we can get through that.
Verse 6, therefore, thus said the Lord Jehovah Hashem Yahushua power, because...
Actually, run that back.
Verse 5, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, hast thou increased thy riches.
Right, and we know America is the greatest importer, right? There's no other importer greater than Babylon the Great. You can look that up.
Right. And it shows, again, Revelation 18. Revelation 18, the shipmasters and trade by sea of all their different spices and materials and such. And it even goes back to Ezekiel 27. It mentions that the merchants mourned over Babylon, over Tyre, and because it was destroyed.
Now, real quick, right? In Revelation 18, it also talks about the souls of men. On top of that,
is that in Ezekiel 11 as well? The city of traffic.
I believe so. You can get it, but I believe so. I believe so. You gotta look. You gotta look. But go ahead, brother. You can look that up if you want, bro. So you can confirm that. So make sure you're good.
Ezekiel chapter 28.
That sounds good.
By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
No, I think you could.
Yeah, I think it was this. I think it was this.
Yeah,
one. Yep, Ezekiel 17 and 4. Yep.
Ezekiel 17?
17, yeah.
I'm good.
Salakia, yeah.
Ezekiel 17?
Yeah, it says,
Ezekiel the 17th chapter?
yeah. Right here. He cropped off the top of his young twigs and carried it into the land of traffic.
Right.
He sat in a city of merchants.
Right. There you go. Keep going, bro.
Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 6. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Jehovah Hashem power.
Yep.
Because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God.
Right.
Behold, therefore, I will bring strangers upon thee.
Right.
The terrible of the nations.
Ooh, which is talking about Russia.
And they
in the company of nations are gonna, the assembly of nations are gonna be with him. Go ahead, bro.
And they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom.
The missiles.
And they shall defile thy brightness.
Right. Hey, the light's gonna go out in Babylon.
Right.
You know?
Right.
The light's gonna go out in Babylon, man.
Like ancient Egypt.
Right, like ancient Egypt. It's you out of here, bro. What verse was that? 7? Time, brother. Can you jump back to where you were at? Matter of fact, you were in Proverbs 4, right? We precepted him. Can you read what you had? And we'll jump out and jump back to him and jump back to him.
Book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1 again.
Time.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Right.
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in thy power of their hand.
Right. When you're in your bed, you're in your comfort. Showing you that the wicked, evil E, he's in his sovereignty. He's in a position of power. He's in a position where nobody can tell him anything, bro.
This is his rest.
Think about it. Yeah. No one can tell him no. Evil E in the form of the international banking families, the global elite. The only one that can tell him no is the Lord.
Right.
No person on the earth can tell them international banking families no. They're making, bro, they're behind this whole, war game you see going on right now in Western Asia, bro. Right? But when it comes to like resource and when it comes to the, function on earth, like no one can tell evil E no. Like they're the ones controlling the whole narrative on the earth.
He's funding both sides.
Right. So this nigga is in his comfort, bro. He's in his bed, rolling around, drooling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In desperate need of a shower.
Right.
Yo, brother, keep going.
Defecating on himself and saying, fuck it.
Right. Go ahead, bro.
You want that Proverbs 4?
Oh, no. Yeah. But Buck, we want that Proverbs 4, bro.
As you said,
can you get that precept real quick, Buck, bro?
Proverbs,
we're doing too much time. We got to get these precepts. Go ahead, brother.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
Right. Who's this? You got to start up. You got to start up at verse, enter not into the path of the wicked.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14.
144. I knew it was 14. I'm like, but anyways, go ahead.
Enter not into the path of the wicked.
Right.
And go not in the way of evil men.
Jeremiah 10. What did the Lord say? Learn not the way of the heathen. Right? Don't adopt their philosophies. Don't move like them. Don't eat like them. Don't think like them.
Right.
Don't act like them, bro. Yeah, granted, we're in captivity and we're subjugated to being under their authority, but that doesn't mean we have to operate under the same corrupt mindset as them.
That's right.
We're operating under the counsel of the Lord, under this wisdom, bro. This divine wisdom.
That's right.
That the world can't comprehend. We look crazy because of this wisdom, bro.
That's why it tells you what he tells you in Jeremiah 51:6.
Yep. Yep.
To separate.
That's it. Hey.
So we can save our soul.
Every man his soul, bro. Hey, because it's the day of the Lord's vengeance upon this place, bro.
Right.
Bro. This shit is not gonna last forever. If you think that this America and this life that you live and husband and wife and kids and going to work and all the same shit, you know what I mean, is gonna last forever? No. This shit's gonna come to an end. This eon, we're on the way. This eon is being closed out. And the Lord's gonna close this eon out with nothing but pure evil. And this is why we're trying to set ourselves up to be able to escape that evil that's gonna come directly from the Lord. The Lord's gonna punish the world, bro, for their evil. This is his mission. What does scripture say in Joel? Right? The Lord's determination, right, is to gather the nations, right, which is pretty much him gathering the nations in the valley of Yehoshaphat out there in the quote unquote Middle East, to bring forth the third world's war. That's where he's gonna fire off And ultimately, hey, before the third world's war, obviously, there's gonna be a culmination of various plagues that the Lord's gonna send. It's gonna get real brutal out here, man. It's gonna get real draconian. You know, he's gonna put the spirit on Esau to move evil as fuck.
Right.
You know, and just it's just not. And he's already in the position where he won't stop. Evil E has no chill. You know, but he's about to turn that shit up though.
Wounded animal, cornered, man.
God, bro. Exactly. Keep going. Go back with shot, brother. You can read it straight through.
So Proverbs chapter 4, verse 15. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away.
Right, go ahead.
For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
You know you're a wicked bastard, bro. If you don't sleep because you didn't kill somebody the day before.
Right, man.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Damn, I ain't get that one. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're a wicked motherfucker.
Right.
But that's how Evil E thinks. That's the way his mind operates.
That's how he's wired.
That's how he's hot wired.
Yeah, man.
You know, this nigga is out to hurt you, bro.
Right. Yeah, right.
This is why he's putting chemicals in food, and he's putting fucking lead in your toothpaste.
Right.
And he just sits back with his feet kicked up and his hands crossed. It's like, let's see what happens to them. You know what I mean? After 5 years.
Right.
Let's see what
Dumbass, stupid ass Christians and the 2/3 expect the grizzly bear to fucking to give you a hug when he was when his nature is to kill you if he sees you, man.
That's right.
A grizzly ain't gonna just look at you and let you be or whatnot. Well, how you think Esau is, man?
She been with her cubs.
Right, man.
She gonna off you because there's a possibility of you being a threat.
Yeah, she don't know you and you invaded her territory.
With them babies,
you know?
Get about it. The cubs.
But you know, a grizzly and go beyond that, a fucking polar bear is the most dangerous bear there is on the earth.
They're curious.
Yeah, and
the polar bears are curious. The reason why they're deadly like that is they're very curious.
But they kill the most humans on the earth.
Right, because they're curious. They will eat you.
So
yes,
so think about
yeah.
You Christians are expecting a grizzly or a polar bear to be friendly, and that's the same thing as you looking at an Edomite like, oh, they're okay. We're all one race.
Brother,
you know,
Sirach 12.
There's all that bullshit you guys have been fed.
Come near a wild beast.
You know, you people have been fed lies, and you guys still can't see through the bullshit, man.
The whole petty charmer that's built with a serpent.
That's what I'm grabbing right now, real quick. Bear with me, brother. And you can get that last precept right there. I think there's one more left there. I'm gonna get that real quick, and then we're gonna jump back to that Micah. Lord, let me find it. This is the book. Real quick. There's a book of Ecclesiasticus. Bear with me. There's the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 12. And this whole chapter is beautiful, but I'm going to go straight to the point. Matter of fact, I'm going to start from verse 10, and then I'm going to jump down to the point, because now we're going to know exactly what we're talking about. The book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10, and it reads, never trust thine enemy. Right. For as iron rusted, so is his wickedness, bro.
Right.
Who was our enemy? Psalms 83.
Right.
Our arch enemies, Esau and Amalek, which are the Edomites. They're mentioned twice.
Right.
In Psalms 83. Mm-hmm. Jumping down to verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? Come on, man. Sir, that's a buzzword.
Right.
Right? What's that? Revelations 20.
That great dragon,
right?
old serpent.
Revelations 20. There you go, brother. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? Another buzzword, that beast. Because when you go into that word beast, and the Revelation, it goes into a beastly man.
Right.
There we go.
It goes into a beastly man, bro. Which we know ain't no one more beastly than the wild man himself.
God.
Evil E, the wild man. You know what I mean? So watch this. So one that goeth to a sinner, right? And we know he's the man of sin, right? And why is he the man of sin though? Because he's taking on the responsibility to be the chosen. Psalms 50, you quoted it earlier. right? He's dropped the ball miserable.
Dropped it.
Right? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity, bro? You see? Sirach 13, Akia,
Right.
and 1.
Right.
He
right.
that touches pitch
right.
should be defiled therewith.
That's right.
And he that has fellowship with a proud man should be likened unto him. The judgments coming to him are going to come upon you.
Because the pride comes before the destruction.
That's it.
And how do you look before the fall?
That's it. He's going to get the Lord. The Lord's going to get you with him.
Right.
This is why the Lord tells us to separate.
All those that are found with him shall be thrust through.
Isaiah 13, 15.
Yep.
But can you get that last precept there, brother? And we're going to go back to Micah, and then Daniel, and then Wisdom of Solomon, actually, I think before that. You got it, brother.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 17. For they eat the bread of wickedness.
All right, that's it. Woo, shit. Read that one more time. I forgot that was there.
For they eat the bread
They
of wickedness.
eat the bread of wickedness, bro. Keep going.
And drink the wine of violence.
And drink the wine of violence, bro. Hence why we know there's gonna be no peace. All right? That's an attempt, right, for Esau to calculate a sneak attack on you, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? This nigga can't be trusted, bro. But Iran learned from that from last year. You know? But as we know, as we mentioned earlier in the epistle, that ceasefire is already over. Right. They're back at it. That was the point, right?
So, continuing on in the book of Micah, chapter 2, and verse 2, and they covet fields.
Right, they covet fields. Right, that word covet means to what? Take something that's not yours.
Right.
Right, and they'll do it by deadly force, which is another word for one of the words that bring you to rapacious is a word that is a similar word. When you look up that word covetous, rapacious means aggressively greedy. Evil kill you for your shit. He has the history for doing it. So like here, bro, you got it.
And take them by violence.
He'll take that land by violence. What he did to us Gadites, bro.
Right.
And now what he's doing to the rest of the world. He's done it to the whole world. Look what he did to Venezuela, bro. That's just a repeat.
We're trying to create the Greater America Project. We're trying to make
the Greater Israel Project. That's what it is, brother. Thank you. The Greater Israel Project. That's what it was.
And they're making the Great America too. The Greater America, where they taking Canada.
No, they're taking the whole North.
Yeah,
South,
that
and North.
everything.
I'm sorry, South, Central, and North.
Was that is that not Greenland?
Denmark.
Denmark. They want Canada.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It says and take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Even a man and his heritage, bro. And we know that pursuant to what? The scriptures, that the Lord liked Esau, what? He called him the destroyer of his heritage, bro.
That's right.
You know, because again, going back to what we had mentioned earlier, Esau has taken on the responsibility as being the elect chosen. But here it is, he's committed blasphemy of the Holy Spirit on the Lord. He's made the Messiah and the Heavenly Father, the angels, and all our holy mothers and all of our holy forefathers and foremothers clean lepers, man. All right? This is fucking crazy, man.
Right.
Esau had the balls to do that. This nigga does not fear the Lord.
That's right.
If you Google angels in heaven, it'll blow your mind, man. Yo, this nigga is crazy. We're dealing with a madman, man.
Right.
He put a micro penis on Michael the Archangel, man.
Right.
Come you got it,
God.
Here's the point.
Therefore, thus says the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil.
Against this family, read Genesis the 36th chapter, and you will know who that family the Lord's talking about.
From which ye shall not remove your necks.
You ain't gonna remove your neck, Esau.
Neither shall ye go heartily.
You're not gonna go proud.
For this time is evil.
For this time is evil, bro. All right, the Lord has an evil fate for you. All right, and the way the Lord's gonna do you in is gonna be something the world has never seen before. Okay, the type of judgment that the Lord's gonna put upon you, Edomites, and all you people joined unto them, is gonna be something the world has never seen before, bro. As a matter of fact, we can prove that. Micah 5:15, real quick. Okay, then you got it, and that's the spirit, brother. You see these demons?
Yeah.
They feel it. They know what it is. See, Esau knows that his time is up. Esau knows he's doomed. This is why you got Edomites trying to wiggle land. You know what I mean? You got Edomites trying to get clothes. You got Edomites trying to be, what's that? They should seek to please the poor.
Right.
Come on, man, because these niggas know in their spirit that they're doomed. They're fucked.
It was too late. It was too late from the beginning.
Right. But now it's becoming really relevant because now our reality is becoming their reality. Here it is, Esau, their contemporaries in the form of the elite. Their next move is to push forth a new world order, which pretty much cancels out the Constitution that their founding fathers have fought tooth and nail to establish, bro. Which puts them on the caliber of being able to flex under the umbrella of what is it, white privilege, so-called. But now they're on the same playing field as a nigga.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I'm seeing niggas driving around in Hellcats and red eyes more than I'm seeing Esau.
Right.
Yo, these niggas, 2/3 niggas are balling, bro. I don't know about y'all, but I'm seeing these things. 2/3 of niggas are balling, bro. From the nigga woman to the nigga with a man purse, bro. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, 2/3 rebellious, gonna die real grievous niggas, man. They're balling out. And the Lord's letting them. The Lord's putting them on.
Yeah.
Keeping them drunk. Keeping them in the, you know what I mean? But Esau's looking crazy out here, man. You know?
Those are gonna pass into our enemies.
God.
They'll hate us.
Right. And that process is taking place. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of Edomites that still got that's still well to do. It hasn't really, it's coming, it's creeping on them. And how the Lord's getting them, the Edomites that got $200,000 in the bank, and they're chilling, 3 cars, 3 dogs, 5 kids, nice ass house, living in communities, brother, that you never even heard of. There's communities around here, guys, that you never heard of. How do I know? I had to renew my license the other day. And that GPS brought me, I had to go to Natick. That GPS brought me through some towns I didn't even know existed. It was broad daylight, and I'm praying to the Lord, like, Lord, get me out of here, please. Please get me out of here. Let me get back.
Places called like Chicopee, Mass, and shit like that.
Bro, crazy, huh?
Yeah.
And then the GPS had me in 2 towns. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. Uh-oh. No.
Look like
No niggas allowed here.
look like some sundown towns.
Yeah, bro. And I'm looking at the cars. I'm looking at the people in the cars. You know how I'm looking at the people in the car. So I'm driving by and I'm looking in the car. And I'm like, oh, hell nah. I'm way too far from home, bro. I need to get back to the city, bro. I'm about to be mince meat out here, bro. I was like, Lord, please don't have my car break down. Please don't have me get a flat tire. Nothing. I'm like, please, Lord. I'm like, get me to my destiny. Get me to the RV and get me back. But on the way back, it was highway, which was the beautiful thing about it. But in was back roads and cities and towns I'd never been in. It was a ways away because I went for my job, so it brought me out that way. But long story short, bro, yeah, bro. Oh, I want to make this point. Them Edomites, right, that got a farm in the backyard. Yeah, these niggas had farms in the backyard, bro, where I was at. I'm looking at houses, they got farms in there. I'm like, them niggas' backyards was a farm. I'm like, God damn. Them Edomites are feeling it economically. You see? See how the Lord's doing them? Them and the Edomites are going to feel it economically. They're not going to be in a position where, you got these, city Edomites and, you know what I mean, the ones closer to the cities, really falling victim. But you got the ones that are well-to-do, the ones that are eating off that generational wealth. Their last name Smith goes, the nigga, great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was a plantation owner up here. And, you know what I mean? Them niggas are still eating. Right. But as this shit collapses, though, they're feeling that. That's the pinch they're feeling. They're like, yo, this shit don't look too good, bro. You know what I mean? The property that we have in Virginia, we might want to sell. They're on that type of decline. It's a different type of decline, but they're feeling it, though, is the point. The Lord's beautiful. Salakia for renting.
They're about to abandon ship. Let's sell everything and get out of here.
Yeah, let's go. Let's move to France instead.
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah.
What you had to say something, brother? Salakia for the rent. You were reading something, right?
And I got Micah chapter 5 verse 15.
Time. Oh, what? Oh yeah, bring it out, brother.
And I will execute vengeance in anger.
Yup.
And fury upon the heathen, such as they had never not heard.
As we were speaking about through the Spirit, the Lord's gonna bring a judgment upon you heathen, starting with Edom. That's gonna be it's gonna be divine, bro. It's a divine one the Lord's about to bring upon you. And what proves that is ultimately when you fall into the hands of Israel, like it tells us in Ezekiel 25 and 14, guess what? You're gonna be under immortal rule. Think about that. So ultimately, when you look at it for what it is, woo, let this shit go by. It's gonna be bad. Damn. Something Daniel, Lord. Daniel, Lord. The Lord done got somebody. Oh, the Lord done got somebody. Oh, somebody. The Lord got somebody burning to a crisp right now. The Lord done got somebody, bro. There was a restaurant fire or something.
Either that or they gonna go get a cat on a tree.
Hopefully it's the first judgment.
Right.
Somebody got caught up in the Tesla. You know what I mean? Can't get out. Them shit's locked on you when you hit something.
That's it.
You better have the windows rolled down.
Battery acid everywhere.
Come. Yo, the Lord done got somebody.
There's 2 cats.
Yo, all right. It's a lot here. Let this madness go by. Yeah, whatever.
Right? The bitch look like she going 10 miles per hour.
Right, she ain't even going over.
She ain't really in a fucking hurry to save who?
Right. Brother, you got it. Can you grab that Daniels, as a matter of fact? That Daniel 7? What is it like? 24. Yeah, go with Daniel 7. And matter of fact, my brother, you can actually go to you can go to 25. As a matter of fact.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the
Start
Most
up,
High.
Allah. Forgive me. Start up.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth,
Yup, there it goes.
which shall be diverse from all kingdoms.
Right, Rome. Right, diverse amongst all kings. Why? They had the Senate House, right? They had the Caesar, right, which is the modern day president, right? Plebeians and patricians, right? Modern day Democrats, Republicans. Keep going.
Which shall be diverse from all kingdoms,
right? Keep going.
and shall devour the whole earth,
right?
And shall tread it down and break it in pieces.
Right, and we know the modern day world at the time, Rome was just conquering everything. Keep going.
And the 10 horns out of this kingdom,
Yep.
are 10 kings that shall arise.
Like those vassal states. Keep going.
And another shall arise after them.
Another shall arise after them. Here we go. Now we're talking. Yup. Read that one more time, relax, forgive me.
Daniel chapter 7 before, and the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings.
Yup.
That shall arise, and another shall arise after them.
Yup.
And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings.
Right, and those 3 kings he subdued, which is talking about America, subdued the French, the Spanish, and the British, which you can read about earlier in the chapter. Keep going.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Right, look at Trump. Obliterated Iran. Yeah, all right. Oh, not even that. Fuck all them. But speaking about what they've done to the Messiah, bro. You know what they've done to the Most High. You know what they've done to the people of the Most High. You know the way that they sit here and boast about how there was something called a Big Bang Theory, which cancels out the works of the Lord, Yahweh.
Evolution.
Come on, bro. This nigga's something else, man. But guess what? Your days are numbered, man. Keep going, bro.
And where are the saints of the Most High?
Right.
And think to change times and laws.
Right.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
Right. He has worn out the saints, man. He truly has. And honestly, hey, the 2/3, the 2/3 are more worn out than anybody. You know, because those of us of the whole for elect, you know, we've been given the spirit, you know, which pretty much the spirit restabilized us. You know, you've been given that breath of life. You know, to where we're able to, wake up every morning knowing and understanding what the Lord's about to do to this place, man. You know, read that again, brother, from that point. He should think to change times and seasons. Right. And again, we were making a mention with that article brothers put up. Right, this nigga sending up fucking glass satellites to actually change what time of the day it is, bro. That's just one aspect. We know he's throwing this nigga pushing the Gregorian calendar. You know, he's trying to defy the Most High. You know, keep going, bro. And they shall be given into his hand until they talk, and talk. Right, which is that 1619 and 1969 time period. Right, again, going back to the spirit that's now been breathed into us, man. You know, we're now alive, quickened by the Holy Spirit. Okay, and now guess what? We're sealed we're sealed, man. You know, when you go into the time, brother, when you go into, but there's more there. When you go into the book of Ephesians, the 4th chapter, bro. You know, it says we actually brought it up the other day. It goes into how is it worded? Vex not the spirit, but you are sealed. Well, it doesn't say vex though. It says there's another word that's there. What's the word that? I got you right here. Read. I'm gonna read it real quick. The book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 30, and grieve not the Holy Spirit of power, whereby ye are sealed unto the day of redemption. You see that? So the hopeful elect, hey, the Spirit got us on some other shit. You know? The Spirit got us on some other shit. You know? Yeah, the Lord's got to give us, we got the oil. You know, we got the oil, bro, that's gonna get us to the finish line, Lord willing. You know, we're liking unto those 5 wise virgins. You know? But anyways, keep going.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 26. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion.
Yep.
To consume and to destroy it unto the end.
The judgment shall sit. Okay, the judgment written. Right, that the Lord has proclaimed against Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, bro. All right, is to destroy him. The Lord's gonna destroy Esau, bro. I don't know if anybody told you. For those of you that may not know that, but the Lord's got, and guess what? Through the Spirit, the Lord already destroyed him. Pursuing Revelations 18, the Lord speaks past tense as far as Babylon fallen. It says Babylon has fallen. It already fell. Brothers, we already won. Akiyama and Akwa. We already got the victory. We already won. All we got to do is go through the motions. All we got to do is go through the motions. We already won. Your Lord Yahweh Shai, it's a guaranteed victory, bro. You know? Hey, keep going, bro.
Verse 27.
Yup.
And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
See that? It's going to be given to the saints of the Most High. You see that, Demon Akkad and Demon Hassad? Read that one more time, brother. Watch this.
And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom.
The kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom, which is ruling on earth, is going to be given to who?
Under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
Who are the saints? Psalms, the 50th chapter. The saints are those that made a covenant with Yahweh by sacrifice, bro, which will lead you where? To Exodus, the 24th chapter. When that blood was sprinkled upon the 12 tribes, bro. No other nation was there. So there's no other nation that's going to be part of that glory, bro. The dominion of the kingdom under the whole earth, under the whole sun, is going to be given to the saints, man, starting with the elect. This one precept right here cancels out the whole philosophy of Esau and what Demon Hassad and Demon Akkad are trying to protect. You know what I mean? Because they're pushing the Christian, you know what I mean? They're pushing the Christian doctrine. Right. They're pushing the U.S. Holy See Relations doctrine. You know, is what they're doing. But guess what? That one precept among many cancels out. Oh, there's more.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
Come on, bruh. And when you go to Daniel 2 and 44, it tells us what? It should not be given unto another.
Right.
So what? How's it go?
Should not be given to another people.
There's not going to be joint rulership in the kingdom. It's going to be Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, King David, the 12, and the 144,000 men of Israel. That's the governing body, the regime that's going to rule this world in righteousness, bro. And rule it with an iron fist that first 1,000 years. There's going to be a dictatorship. And I don't know if anybody told you that either. But that first 1,000 years is going to be a dictatorship. Look up dictatorship. Look that up.
Revelations 2 and 26.
Turn up. And then do yourself a favor and look up rod of iron, which was promised unto Yahweh Shai. And you're going to see that we ain't up here tripping. For all you wacky-tacky, bugged out, God loves everybody so-called Christians. There's going to be a dictatorship that first 1,000 years. It's going to be horrific, bro. Guess what? You forgot that the Lord's coined us what? The king of terror. Terror is going to come that first 1,000 years, and then peace, love, right? And pleasures forevermore. And then in the time after that 1,000. You know? But that 1,000 years is going to be something different.
The house of David.
And Lord willing, we take part of that. But Ratazai, we can't make ourselves part of that. Oh man, Lord willing, we're preordained.
Right.
Right now, we qualify the hope, the position that the Lord put brothers in, bro. Come on now. The Lord's beautiful, bro. Oh man. I was talking to my dad earlier today, man, and he's coming to the conclusion. He's like, yeah, this war that's going on. Everybody's coming to the realization, bro. Like, look. And I'm like, I was telling my dad, I'm like, yeah, brothers are on the edge. You know what I mean? He was like, you got camp tonight? I was like, yeah, we got camp tonight. I was like, yeah. I was like, your brothers on the edge, that man. You know what I mean? Because we understand what's going on, man. And he was quieter than he's ever been when I talked to him about this, man. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, Dad, don't forget what I told you before. They're gonna lie on us. They're gonna lie on the brothers of me. You know, like, remember what I told you. You know what we're doing. You know me better than anybody else. You know, all we're doing is teaching the Bible. So they're gonna have CGI, which is computer generated imaging, and AI trying to make the brothers and myself look like something crazy possible. I was like, you can't believe that. I said, they're gonna come after the brothers. They're gonna try to dress things up. You're gonna hear about it. You know, even the brothers, our brothers, our elders and stuff. You're gonna hear about some stories. It's not true. You know. Granted, you are gonna have renegades.
Yeah, of course.
Sellouts,
turncoats.
what do you call them, brother? Crisis actors.
Oh yeah.
Guys that will bunch the body that gonna do shit. Some of it's gonna be like a real event that this nigga done did.
Yeah.
The agent.
And the tears.
But that's the way it's.
And the tears. The ones that look like us.
Yeah,
go back to Esau.
That's right.
They're gonna have it in their spirit to do it.
Right.
To pull off the grand deception.
That's it. And guess what? Because at the end of the day, just like with Yahweh Shai, excuse me, we have to well, how's it go? Be numbered with the transgressors.
Right.
We have to be numbered with the transgressors, bro. But guess what? At the end of the day, we're still gonna take the kingdom, brother. Can you read that? No matter what, the kingdom. We won, Akiam. We won. We already won. That's why it's like it's common sense, like, to keep fighting, bro. You know what I mean? But granted, the Lord got to put the spirit on you to do it. But it's really like a no-brainer, bro. Because when you go into the text, when you go into the prophecies, if you believe in the prophecies, if you believe in the resurrection, if you believe in what's written, we won already. We just got to walk this walk. You know, and get them new bodies, man.
Genesis chapter 7, verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of Jehovah Shai, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
See that? And we look with the Daniel 2 and 24, as a matter of fact. After you, I'm sorry, you can speak on that. After you get the saints will take the kingdom. Is that the next verse?
That was the last verse on that.
on that whole chapter?
There's one more, but it's
Okay, where is in that chapter? I think it's 17.
Yeah,
The saints shall take the kingdom. Can you jump up from the brother? But you can speak on that, brother.
Not good.
Oh, Khan. Yes. Salakia. Sorry.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 18.
There it goes.
But the saints of the Most High Yahweh shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
You see that? And who are the saints? We always got to go back to it.
Yeah.
We always got to go back to it to edify the new ones that come in and don't understand and still under that bullshit Christianity. The saints are the Israelites, man.
Right.
You know, and on this side is the elect.
Yes.
You know, Psalms chapter 50 and verse 5, man. All right. There ain't no other saints. You just can't magically be a saint, a spiritual saint, just like you can't be a spiritual Israelite, man. You know?
These are the saints.
Right. 12 tribes, man.
Starting with the elect.
You know?
Starting with the elect, like you said.
You know, so at the end of the day, it's going to be rulership. Look at Revelations 21 and 12 says what? There are 12 gates with the names written thereof of the children of Israel. Right? Okay? They're not what are the angels going to be there for? They're going to be bouncers, man. You don't belong here. You might get a hot sword to your neck, man. Trying to sneak through the door. Right?
Right. And that's overall, that's showing you the fact that what he's reading in Daniel, the dominion, the sovereignty, the rulership, the control of the earth is going to be given to Israel.
That's right.
You're not going to see these heathen, like it tells us in Revelations 11, they're not measured with the temple. They're measured outside, right, of the temple. They're not within.
Right.
Even the 2/3 at some point in time, they're gonna come in the courts. They're gonna come in at some point. Right now, like the brother said, the saints starts with the elect because the 2/3 are likened unto a strange nation because they're joining them. They're in a different spirit. They're just out of there.
Right.
And that's their lot. Let's do on the Romans 11.
Right.
They're enemies for the gospel's sake.
Right.
But essentially, in the kingdom, they're gonna come in to the inner courts. They're gonna be under the second covenant. Wow. So it's a beautiful thing, man.
Right.
Damn.
Daniel chapter 2, verse 24. And in the days of these kings shall the power Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, which shall stand forever.
See that? And that's a cold cut to you, to Vocab Malone, his cronies. It's a cold cut to Bishop Nathaniel, talking about that the Edomites are going to rise up to power again. Khan, you know? Yeah. All these corrupt breakdowns. Because why? What the scripture say, man? For money corrupts the heart, right? And perverses the word.
That's it.
You know, in the book of Exodus, man. You know, you people have taken a bag, man. And that goes also where it says, do not sell your brother for the gold of Ophir. Because selling out, what you're doing is leading the flock to the slaughter, right? For that bag.
And nobody speak against the truth.
Right. You know, but it's okay because, as we always say, it's a necessary evil for the undesirable.
That's it.
All those that follow you people, right? The blind shall lead the blind, and they should both fall in the ditch. You know, but the point is that the Lord's coming back for his elect. Okay, he's going to raise up the righteous from the dunghills. You know, we here, man. We in this shitty ass place, right? So the Lord's going to raise us back up, right? Establish the kingdom again, and it's never going to be taken, man. It's going to be eternal rest. That's why the righteous are seeking immortality. Okay, why are we seeking immortality? Because after that, there's not going to be no more death. There ain't going to be another heathen raised up again to rule. You know?
Right.
That's it. It's over.
There'll be no more sea.
Right.
Revelations 21, Akia.
Right.
That's what that's talking to.
There'll
be no more sea.
Right.
Exactly what you just said. That's what that's talking about. That's heaven.
Which it will rise up a second time.
Woo! Right. Yup.
Right. So you know
one in that.
What it is, man. These are precious times, man. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, you got it.
So you know, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, we gonna give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak.
Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba, Baba.
Baba.
Shalom, Yasharala.
Shalom Yasharala.
Shalom.
Hey, Shalom Makiyam. Hey, Shalom. Shalom, Malak. Hey, Shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwa. Hey, the water for tuning in. Hey, the water for your precepts. Beloved Akiyam and Akwa, we appreciate you. Hey, Iziala Idaho. Hey, my brother. Hey, Shalom. Shalom. Hey.
Hey, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yashai Brakatham. Shalom, shalom.